locked in.
Okay.
Finally got
How are
in.
you?
I'm
What'd you
blessed.
say?
I said I'm blessed. How you doing?
Good. I get this thing out of my hair.
We fired up, bro.
Um, yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You ready for war?
I'm ready for war, man. We took a break.
Yeah.
Now we gotta let it
Are
shake.
you on YouTube as well?
I'm on YouTube too, but I didn't say I knew that you wasn't probably couldn't get on it, so I ain't even.
Yeah, I don't have a second device. Unfortunately, like it doesn't allow you to do it from the laptop.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Yes, I don't know. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Okay, so we locked in.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes,
So you
yes.
got anybody on your side?
I got a few people chimed in on my side.
Nice. Okay. I'm
What's
still
happening?
waiting for people to come in.
Yeah,
I
YouTube.
have one person on. Huh?
YouTube, all things Alexandra, all things is for the good of the Lord.
I'm trying to get a better angle because this light that's coming through. I have to put you up here.
Yeah, my light crazy too. My light looking a
Yeah,
little
that's
crazy.
better.
Hold on, let me get sure. Can you see me or I'm a little dark?
No, I can see you well.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll fix that a little bit. Yeah.
A little dark around a little bit. What's happening?
So it's good.
What's
I got some
good?
questions. We'll see what happens today, but I do want to just start off like just some areas of opportunity. So I know that for myself, I need to work on um, making sure that when we are having a conversation, that you get to answer the question fully, I get to answer it fully, and we don't, deviate to the comments too much. So I'm just gonna do a blanketed thank you for everybody joining in today.
CC.
We really appreciate you guys coming in, and it's no disrespect. If you come in, we say thank you. This is a blanketed thank you for everybody joining in on the live today. So that way, I don't cut your wisdom off. You don't cut mine. When we get into these questions, you dancing to my music or your own?
I'm dancing to the song you singing, cause it sounds like a song to me. What's happening? What's happening?
You listen.
Yo.
I don't have no problem taking
What's good?
accountability for my own actions.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Cause it sounds like a song to me, y'all. Sound like a song to me. Hey, listen, everybody in YouTube world, we gotta get Rashida straight, man. We gotta get Rashida right so she can get on this. Cause I know y'all want to see her pretty face, so we gotta get her right. You feel me? Next week, hopefully we have it right. We get one of them government.
Yeah.
We get one of them government phones and get it straight. So what's
Wait,
happening?
a government phone would allow me to get on?
I don't know. Maybe. You never know. So
you never know.
Never know.
But yeah, so we blanketed thank you for everybody coming in, as well as any gifts, cash apps that you'll send Scar or myself. I never put my cash app up, but
Yeah, put that cash app up. Send that cash up. My cash app is money sign King King. For those women who are in my inbox, listen. For those women who are in my inbox, in my email, you can no longer email or inbox me if you have not cashed at me. Okay, that's a new rule that I'm setting.
New rule. Listen, I ain't mad at you, Scar.
If you haven't cashed at me, don't inbox me or email me. In the words of my uncle, she. Alright, so yeah,
who your uncle from The Wire?
Nah, my uncle rest in peace, man. My uncle rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But I don't say she. She.
You ever watch The Wire?
Nah, I don't watch The Wire. I heard it was a little alternate lifestyle thug on that, so I like, nah, it ain't for me.
Well, they had police,
They all
it was both sides.
No.
Oh, that got it. Okay.
Yes, no.
Okay, got right. And then it was so. Oh, sorry, this was me teasing you, but have you ever seen that show Pop the Balloon before?
Pop the balloon. Yeah, I
Pop the
seen
Balloon
that.
Up I Love.
I saw.
I think you should go on there.
You think I should go on to pop the balloon?
I really do. I really do.
They gonna pop all my balloons gonna get popped.
I'm gonna help you write your little bio and everything.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
For your application.
Let's do it. I'm down to pop.
If I see you on there, good evening. If I see you on there,
yeah,
I'll be like, "Can you find love?"
Listen, I want to pop. Listen, I rather pop.
Yes.
I rather pop the cherry than pop the balloon.
Of course.
Of course. So what we got today, man? Let's not make this about me. The Lord say don't make this about us. We need to make this about what we talking about. We have an understanding.
You said the Lord said that?
The Lord said. Listen, you want to get me on pop the balloon? I'm trying to get on pop the cherry. You feel me?
Oh my God. Yeah. No. See, that's how you be getting banned off of the TikTok.
I'm talking about, I'm saying I'm vegan now. So what I'm saying is I'm eating fruits and strawberries. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Fruits, strawberries, carrots, celeries.
How's that working out for you?
I'm looking good, right? I'm feeling good. You see that? You see that? That's all that spinach. That's all that spinach and celery and carrots right there, boy. That's all that cherry I've been popping right there, boy.
We see it.
That cherry I've been popping out there, bitch.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So,
yeah.
Now we got a few questions, and I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Because I do feel, Caleb said, yeah, we do. I do feel like the dating world has changed.
Yes.
But there are some things that I feel like used to work.
Right.
So what are your thoughts on parents vetting for you instead of you doing it yourself? Do you think that we could go back to those old times?
I gotta do something real quick.
What?
I gotta sing the theme song for Butterfly. I want to fly away. I want to fly away. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You done?
Yeah. So you said ask. Do we want us to go back to parents choosing our mate for us?
Yeah.
I think every time a parent has chosen for their child, it's ended up in destruction and chaos.
Why do you think so?
Because the parents only want for their child what they feel like is good for their child. And just because you feel like something is good, that doesn't mean that it's good for that child.
Yeah.
So that's how I think. You got Johnny Gill playing in the background?
No.
Okay.
You want me to turn it off?
No, I thought I heard Johnny Gill playing.
This is Lovers and Friends.
Oh, I say, my.
Well, we're glad you are a rapper and not a singer.
The Ross. So no. To answer your question, I don't think parents should choose for their child. I think this is what creates anxiety and stress, and I think this is what creates the need of fulfilling a task or goal before a child actually gets to learn themselves.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It really depends on the parents, to be honest.
Right.
In my opinion, because you have to look at the success of their relationships.
Right.
If they have had a successful marriage, a healthy marriage, not just, we together and we stay together just for the heck of it because that's what people do. So honestly, I really just think it depends. It depends on the person.
Yes.
Vet and their ability to vet.
Right.
Is there something that I think would be healthy for me as the parent of this child, or is this someone whom I really truly feel like will benefit and complement my child, you know? So I just think it depends on the person.
I think every time my mother or somebody has chosen for me, they always, hey, Beauty Plus, man, I got sorry, I know we got a new rule now. We can't stop saying what we saying to holler, but like, Beauty Plus, what's happening? What's up? Got that perk fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that good in my cup, for real. But I just feel like whatever we do, we have to stay connected to ourselves, and sometimes we feel like our children are an extension of us, but really they're their own person.
Exactly. Yeah, and you may be picking somebody that you actually want.
Yeah.
That parent, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ain't got nothing to do with you as the child.
Nathaniel ain't got Nathaniel to do with you. What you want?
Hold on one second. What did I meant?
How do you want it? How do you feel? Hey, Beauty Plus, the new rule is we gotta make sure we get our points out before we shout out any guest on the platform. That's the new rule. But I seen Beauty Plus and I had to holler at it and say, "What's happening? What's up? Got that perk fired up. What happened? What's up? Got that in my cup for real."
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. So you're not down with the arranged marriages?
No, arranged marriage is just leading your new generation into oppression, just like before.
Yeah. I feel you on that one.
Well, I got a question on my side, and I want you to answer it.
Okay.
They're asking, I have a question. How long should you wait before committing?
Ooh, it really depends on. I mean, it's case by case, right? So but what I do think I think the answer is more of a how long you shouldn't wait versus how long you should. Like if you are 6 months in and no one has committed to anything, I think both of y'all are foolish for that.
True.
You know, but within the first, I would say maybe 3 months of getting to know somebody, I think that's reasonable to get to a level of, okay, let's commit.
Right. That makes sense.
What about you, Scar?
I think how long I kind of agree with you. I think a person should show you that they're worthy of being committed to before you commit to them, whatever that means, whatever that looks like. So I think somebody should show you that they're worthy of being committed to. However long that take, that's how long it take, in my opinion.
Okay, so interesting enough. So to expand on that, KLM asks, they committing these days? A conversation or actions? What you think?
Say that one more time. KLM always confusing me. Say that again.
Oh my God. No, she ain't. Don't be picking on my friend, okay? She asks, how long? Wait, excuse me. How are people committing these days? Is it through their actions or are they actually having conversations?
I think people are committing.
She said, do they say we go together?
Yeah, see, that's the old school way, man. That's the old school way. So I think I got to shout out my dog before I go to answer the question. Hey, Jay, what happening? What's happening? TC, what's happening, boy?
See?
Hey, I just got to, but see, it's my turn. So on my turn, on your turn, you can shout. You know what I'm saying? So I think hey, turn that down a little bit, man. That Johnny Gill, man. Johnny Gill throwing me off for real.
You good?
Yes. I think people are committing by showing that they're willing to be there for you. Like, it has to be action. Can't just be words. But I think nowadays people are showing commitment. They have a false sense of commitment. Like people will show you spend time with you and talk to you, but they give you a false sense of commitment. I think commitment nowadays is wrapped up in lies and manipulation. So people have figured people out now. So they know what you like, they know what you don't like, they know what turns you on, turns you off. Just like the thing you sent me today.
Yeah.
The guy, he's on. See, he was a loving guy in the beginning.
Yep.
And he turned out to be all wording and unaliving women.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you might as well get with a guy like me who's rude and disrespectful and lied to you in the beginning. Because in the end, listen, because in the end, I'm gonna do you right. It's a lot of these women and men out here in the beginning, they do you right just to manipulate you and turn and destroy you. So I think people are committing now by manipulating and lies. I think the new commitment is lying to somebody to suffice or to fulfill their desires and needs and wants.
But why not just be you from out the gate? So are you saying that being you means you are a liar and manipulator?
What I'm saying is being yourself automatically, in most cases, creates a wedge or a block between you and that person you like. Because a lot of people don't like you for who you are. And if somebody liked you, you wouldn't be single or you wouldn't be looking for somebody. So it's kind of like you got to adapt yourself to everybody you meet. And somewhere down the line, you're going to have to sacrifice who you are to be with somebody.
So are you willing to do that?
No.
So then what you talking about getting married for?
Because I'm not willing to sacrifice who I am to be with somebody. But she better sacrifice who she is to be with me.
Oh, I heard it first. Exclusive. On the TikTok.
On the TikTok.
And on the YouTube.
TikTok, diamonds in my wristwatch.
Oh, boy. That went down in flames quickly.
I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not willing to do it, but she better do it.
Wow, that's I'm not quite sure who would be willing to commit to that other than someone who is willing to be manipulated.
See, the thing about it is most people
has low self-esteem.
Most people manipulate themselves. See, that's the issue. Most people are manipulating themselves. They think that it's the person that's they think the person manipulating them is their partner, but they have lied and manipulated themselves. So you can't get angry at somebody for doing you a way that you're doing yourself.
Oh my God. I do think that you are just being salacious.
Oh, TC, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Hey, TC, tell AD I'm praying for him, man. My prayers to him, blessings and love. You know what I mean? Like, my prayers up to him, man. And God bless all y'all, man, for real. All my brothers, all my partners, for real. Bless them. I think that in my case, I just feel like most people are caught up in a web.
Mm-hmm.
And the web that they're caught up in, they have created for themselves. So I just feel like we so caught up on making sure somebody ain't lying to you, but you ain't thinking about how much lies you telling yourself.
I had to take a deep breath on you, do a deep exhale, because that sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Nothing you said sounded like anything that any woman would want to sign up for. Knowingly.
Okay, well, I know it don't sound right, but that's the truth.
Oh my God. Okay. While I don't disagree that some people will manipulate themselves and they'll lie to themselves because they want to see someone in a better light than that person truly is, right? They may create a fantasy in their head about somebody. But to say that someone should want to devalue themselves to be with you, I think that's a little I'm not promoting that.
But the thing you don't understand, Rashida, is a lot of times people think sacrificing themselves Once I gotta give a shout out to my partners. I'm sorry, man. Shout out, hey TC, man. Listen, much love, man. Shout out everybody, all my real partners, all my brothers, man. Stand on blessings and love. God is good, man. For real, I appreciate y'all, man. Keep me in y'all prayers.
Love child.
And let's keep rolling.
Love child said hello to you as well.
No, I don't want to talk to Love Child, man.
Whatever.
Love
Don't
Child,
do Love Child like that.
You know I love you, Love Child. You know I love you. What a love, babe. I lay you down like what a drug, babe. No, but I feel like what was I saying before you interrupted me? What was I saying? I feel like most people. I just feel like most people are just caught up in their own train of thinking, and they don't really understand the truth behind what they thinking. And you said it sounds like a bunch of BS, but it sounds like BS. It sounds like, well, it is a bunch of BS to someone who is okay with lying to themselves. Because most people, if you look, listen, okay, if you look back at your past relationships, how many times have you been in a relationship with somebody where they lied to you, but they lied to you, but you kept telling yourself things gonna get better, or you kept telling yourself he gonna change. It ain't gonna be like this forever. He gonna change. I'm gonna do this, and so you lying to yourself. Why you ain't as mad at yourself as you are with your man or your woman? That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna touch on another topic. You said that giving up of yourself to be with somebody else is a bunch of BS, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, but if you end up meeting a man or meeting a woman who wants the best for you or who's bringing out the best of you, how is giving up of yourself BS? How is giving up of yourself belittling yourself if this person is helping you upgrade?
Okay, so Scar. Now, the context, behind what you meant initially was not that. You was not saying it like.
What's the content? Tell me.
Your context was like, whatever I say goes. If I want you to hop on one foot, like what's that, Coming to America, and bark like a dog, that's what you wanted her to do.
That's what I said.
No, that was how you said it.
That's how you took it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If I tell a woman to jump on one leg and bark like a dog, it's for the betterment of both of us. Okay?
That's what I'm talking about, right?
It's gonna help both of us. I tell you, jump on a leg and hop like a dog. You best believe that I tried it before and it worked. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all women gotta stop.
Exactly. He loves y'all.
Y'all women gotta stop thinking everything a man say is trying to change you or control you, or vice versa. Everything your woman tell you, she trying to control you. Now sometimes they looking out for you. Sometimes they speaking life into you. So you can't always think somebody out to get you.
And listen, they'll probably do it too. Until they realize that they're SLAVE.
That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. All right. Well, hey.
Because you said you don't want to change anything about yourself. You're not willing to do that. But she better be willing to change everything about herself to be in a relationship with you.
There's nothing about me that needs to change. That's what I'm saying. You. No, I'm saying there's nothing about me that needs to change. Because I worked on myself. And there's nothing about me I need to change at this point in my life. Maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, but at this point, there's nothing about me that need to change. If any woman get with me, she need to change, not me.
The lies we tell ourselves to keep ourselves going.
I'm just telling you. And the reason why I'm saying this, because a lot of men have low self-esteem. And a lot of men feel like they're not men, so they respond in the ways to seek validation from women or from other people, through money, through cars, through different things, and because their self-esteem is low. My self-esteem is no longer low. When my self-esteem was low, Then a woman could convince me that I'm not who I am, but now I know who I am. You can't convince me no differently.
Mm.
I'm just telling you.
Thank you for the daily heart.
A confident man in your life will guide you to the promised land, like Moses did. But the reason, if you look up the story of Moses, God told Moses speak to the rock, because the people was complaining like a nagging wife. People was complaining like they were a woman. Oh, you need to do this. And you know what Moses did? Instead of Moses responding in a responsible, accountable way as a man should, Moses got in his emotion and he hit the rock. And because he hit the rock, he couldn't see the promised land, even though he led the people to the promised land. And that's what men got to understand. Men got to stop being emotional and stop reacting and responding by what they woman doing and stick to the plan. And if that woman ain't getting right, if that woman ain't trying to get right, God gonna send you somebody else, and vice versa.
So now, Moses, do you not feel like you can be humble and be directed? Because maybe there are times where she may have more education and experience in a certain area. Do you feel like you can actually follow her lead in this, in that situation where she has more of the education and experience?
I feel like I could follow her lead with more education and more experience, but that doesn't change who I am. Just because I'm following somebody's lead, that don't mean I'm changing. That mean I'm sacrificing who I am.
Ooh, Cece. Ooh, I want to read this one. So Cece said, a man that thinks he doesn't need to change anything is in last place.
Last place.
What you got to say to that?
In what race, though? In her race?
I don't know.
Actually, what race she talking about? You said a man who don't think they need to change is in last place. In what race? Cause what race we running?
Okay, Cece, can you expand on that?
Cause what race we running? Cause the scriptures say, cause I remember every Sunday Sunday I'm live on this thing. From 10 to 11:30, getting dirty. From 10 to 11 on our way to heaven. 11 to 12, we ain't going to hell. The scriptures say the race isn't given to the swift, to the fastest. It's to those who endure to the end. So what race I'm in? Who I'm racing against? Your other nigga? Other dude people? Is that who I'm racing against?
She said she felt like that's a one-sided relationship. When you feel like, so do you feel like you're perfect?
I feel like I don't, listen, me being perfect has nothing to do with me not needing to change. My imperfections make my perfections. If anybody ever had VVS stones or diamonds before, these are flawless stones. You look through the stone, you don't see any flaws, but there's still flaws in it. Even though they call them flawless diamonds, there's still flaws in it. And that's what makes that stone perfect. It's because its imperfections. Its imperfections is still its imperfections are still perfections compared to another stone's imperfection. So my imperfections is considered perfection comparing to your ex, to that other dude trying to talk to you. The things my shortcomings is still greater than that other man you trying to get with. So that's why I don't need to change.
Okay. Okay, that's your story. You sticking to it. Tell your story.
I'm just saying I don't need to change. I've been there, I've done that.
Yeah, because I agree with Cece. She said she feels like, based on what you said, you only want a woman to compromise and you won't bend. So how is that gonna work?
Because I already first of all, I'm not doing no bending like what Janet Jackson said. You doing the bending? So you doing the bending? No, I'm not bending. And the reason why I say that is because I have already worked on myself, CC. I already worked on myself. There's nothing else I need to change in regards to being with a woman. And as a man, you need to be in a position where you know who you are, because it doesn't make sense. How can you be a leader and you still trying to find yourself? How can you get into a relationship with a woman and still trying to find yourself and you're supposed to be the leader? So when you get in a relationship,
I'm listening to you. I'm just looking at the comments.
No. when you get into a relationship, somebody over here say you look like Chris Brown if he wasn't rich. Are you Chris Brownie? Listen, if you was in my face, boy, I'll slap this brownie all over your face, boy, young boy. You feel me?
Oh my Lord. Well, let's get back to peace. Okay, go ahead. What happened?
So like I was saying, I'll slap you with the word of God, my brother. But that's just how I feel about it. I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people just thinking in their mind is you have to conform to your partner, but in reality, you're supposed to know who you are before you even get there. So how can you lead somebody where they're supposed to go, and you don't know where you at?
So do you feel like you can make adjustments though? Is an adjustment different than changing?
I think an adjustment is situational or circumstantial. I think adjustments are periodic. I think adjustments aren't permanent. So if I'm making temporary adjustments, that's not changing who I am, because who I am is permanent. I'm a man of God. I'm a king. I'm a valuable creature. So I'm not going to let my woman's emotion cause me to do something out of anger, resentment, and doubt, because I'm going to end up losing my woman. Somebody I worked on to build years and years, upgraded. Now I done upgraded this woman for another man or another woman nowadays. Cause
oh Lord. Well, we're not gonna get into that, but what we will get into is some of these comments. Okay, so Cece said it seems like you changed for yourself, and but if you are in a relationship, you have to bend. And so AJ said, how do you know she hasn't already worked on herself? Like if you are seeking a woman, how do you know that that woman has not worked on herself?
I haven't met a woman yet that didn't need a change.
So you think that you are coming in with everything that you need?
Yeah.
Do you really think that you're coming in with everything that you need?
You're right. No, I don't. I know.
Please don't.
I know.
Exactly.
I know. I don't think I know.
Oh.
I know I'm coming in with everything I need. There's nothing else I need to do outside of stay brown and wear a crown. Stay black and bring it back.
Well, you know, Scar, I think you probably would do well with somebody who's about maybe about 21.
Oh, a young one.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No disrespect if we have some 21-year-olds in here, but I'm just saying
That's fine.
I don't know any woman around your age that would.
You think a 21-year-old woman that be able to understand me where I'm coming from?
No, but you will be able to mold her into what you want her to be.
I'm not here to mold nobody. I'm not your father. I'm not your warden. I'm not your
That's what you just said.
What you said
mean? I never
said I'm here to mold you. I said follow me. That has nothing to do with molding you.
Well, you said she needs changes. So
what you asked me was, do I feel like I need to sacrifice to be in a relationship? I said I'm not sacrificing who I am to be in a relationship, but that woman better sacrifice who she is to be with me. That's what I say.
What is it about? Why does she need to sacrifice? What do you mean?
Because there's things that women don't. It's things that women don't understand, and sometimes it takes a man to show them that.
Okay. So, like, such as, I need examples because that doesn't answer anything for me.
Okay, sometimes women don't understand the importance of not being emotional, or the importance of not making rash decisions based upon what you're thinking, or the importance of staying committed even in the midst of chaos, not letting it all go just because the way you feel or something happens, a situation happens you don't agree with. Women need to understand that. Society has, let me tell you something, yo. Society has geared the minds of women to make them feel like there's another dude out there for them, regardless of what. Look at all the songs that they making. Okay, if he don't do it, another man will, but that's not the case. So women have to understand that this false reality that they can be however they want and they can and it's gonna be another man waiting for them is false. So a man had to open your eyes and show you that you're not as fine as you think you is, baby.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Okay, so that's your story. You sticking to it.
That's the truth.
Well, I don't really have anything to add to that because I don't agree with that.
Hey, none of
I
us
don't agree
do.
with that.
Most people don't.
But I mean, that's your reality. You shape your own reality by however you think, and then it shows up in your reality.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if the way you think, well, I'll run it back. The way you think guides the actions and behaviors that you exhibit.
Right.
So if that's what you think and you believe, your reality is going to represent that for you.
Like I said, the reason why most relationships fail, like my past relationships failed, is because I did not know who I was. So I had to understand who I am, and most reason why relationships fail too because the woman wouldn't listen to me. Like I'm not here to destroy you. Even when sometimes I listen to my mother. Like my father will tell her something, and she don't want to hear what he got to say. So my thing is, how can you tell a man that he's a leader of the household? He's a leader. He this, he that, but you don't want to listen to him. How can you expect this man to support you and guide you? Vice versa. How can you expect this woman to support you and guide you into a better way, but you're not listening to what they're saying?
But I think I'll get to a question that was in the chat in a second, but I was going to respond and say that I think that how we live today is totally different from biblical days, right? So applicable, but I do think that how we live today, there has to be some adjustments made in order to actually, sustain healthy relationships. And back in the day, it wasn't about love, right? It wasn't really about love. It was very business. Like, this is the reason why we're together. We have to run, the household this way. The woman is there to raise the children and the man is there to protect and provide. But that's not today's structure. So how can we come together and bridge the gap so that we can actually work in a partnership? Nobody's the boss. We're partners.
The problem with the word partner is part is in it. You can't have a partner if you're not doing your part.
Okay, teammates. Is that better?
You can't be a partner if you're not doing your part. See, the problem is a lot of people not doing their part, but they want a partner. See, a lot of people want to be a teammate, but you're not playing like a team. You're not passing the ball when it need to be passed. You so prideful. You so stuck in your ways, and you had a wide open teammate right there, but you ain't want to pass the ball. So now we lose the game. See, that's the problem. Everybody want to talk about partnership, but they don't want to do their part. The first four letters in partnership is part. But you don't want to do your part, but you want me to be your partner. I don't want to do my part, but I want you to be your part. And I feel like there's no difference between the biblical days and nowadays. It's still arranged. Back then they married for business purposes or arrangements. Nowadays it's still arranged, but it's arranged through your mental. No one is physically saying go marry this person or get with this person, but they instilling stuff in your mind to show you to be programmed to show you who to pick. So it's still arranged.
You don't think that it goes both ways?
What you mean?
You said they program us to show us who to pick.
People.
Okay.
They program people, so our marriages and relationships are arranged because we're programmed to think about the kind of person we want.
Yeah. Well, that's what it goes back to, like a earlier conversation that we had on the live about attraction, right? Like you wanted your potential person to look better than you. Those were your words. But I think sometimes we put too much of an emphasis on that, when we really truly should be looking at the character of that person, and actually, if we have the yin and the yang balance,
right?
Do we have the properties within ourselves to balance out one another?
I think so. Elevated vibration, bless up. They said there's no love in a partnership. Love is both roles playing their part. So I think that's what I'm saying. I think the balance in a relationship has been thrown off balance because everybody wants to get their point across. Everyone is so concerned about the other person doing their part that they're neglecting doing their part. And that's why relationships are failing. You're so busy worrying about what this man doing, who he talking to, that you're not worried about what you're supposed to be holding down and the part you playing in this relationship. And that's why relationships are failing, because people, like Elevation said, people are not focused on love. They're focusing on what the other person is doing, the wrong that they're doing, and it's giving them a reason and excuse not to do what they're supposed to.
But is it all about love?
It's supposed to be.
But is it? It's not always.
But it's
love enough?
I think it's always about love. Whether it's love for the person or love for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's love somewhere in that thing. Somebody said they remember me from rehab. I'm glad you're doing better. What rehab? Oh, you was in the rehab class. Okay. But I think love plays a part in every decision you make. Love for yourself, love for somebody else, love for something. And I just feel, I was talking to my mother today. I just feel like, I got a question.
Okay.
Why do we tend to stay more committed and show and play our role and play our part with people and things that do not benefit us, but the people and things that benefit us, we don't play our role and our part in that?
Can you rephrase the question?
Kiane, ¿cómo está? Y tú bien y escuela Okay, no. Okay, what I'm saying is, why do?
Sorry, I apologize, Scar. I did not hear everything you said, so I just wanted you to restate the question, please.
If you turn down that Johnny Gill, you hear what I'm saying. Somebody say you look like Rihanna. Yeah.
I used to get that back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
When I was younger.
Well, in the 80s. So what I'm saying.
Oh, I was about to do something I can't do on this screen. Go ahead.
Yo, we eating beanie Hollands. I'm a rude boy, and you looking like Rihanna for real. Hey,
just put 4 of these fingers down, okay, Star?
Nah, don't do that, man. Everybody know you're a beautiful woman, so that don't play.
Thank you.
So what I'm gonna say is, why do we show love and commitment and understanding and compassion and forgiveness for people who have not done anything for us? But when it comes to people who have done things for us, whether it's our mate, our friends, our spouse, our boyfriend, girlfriend, we have no clear understanding, love, or compassion or commitment for them.
I think it does go back to some childhood issues, to be honest with you. Some people have abandonment issues, and they fall into states of limerence where they're seeking the invisible person, right? That person that's not going to give them the attention that they want. And especially if you are a hunter, right? If you are somebody who likes to go after the game and you want to feel like you conquered this person,
right,
you're going to give that person all of the time, all the attention, even if you're not getting it back, because to me, it's low self-esteem and abandonment issues there.
Why is it? How is it low self-esteem and abandonment issues if you're showing love and commitment for someone who hasn't shown that to you, but not showing it to somebody who has?
Because you want to feel like you've gotten whatever it is that you are seeking.
But if you got
You
it,
conquered it.
but if you got it from somebody, if you already got it from somebody, why are you not showing it to that person? Why are you not showing? Why do you neglect the person who's loving you and sacrificing for you, but you show admiration and love for somebody who hasn't done the same for you? That's all I'm saying. Because if you saying it's from neglect, from the childhood, that don't make sense.
Mm-hmm. People do the most backwards things, and I'm speaking from seeing patients. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from like something that I haven't seen. I'm just telling you patterns of behavior. Unfortunately, that is something that people will do. You can give them the world, you can give them all the love, but if they have had some type of abandonment issue within their life, and they want to go after the person that they desire, and they're not getting it, it's like almost as if they have to accept that whatever they experienced in childhood was then. Accept it, grieve it, and move forward.
Right.
But people will stay stuck in a cycle of behavior until the end of their time.
That's crazy. Because that's low key self destruction. Because
yes,
if you're committing yourself to somebody or something that hasn't committed to you, eventually that's gonna crumble and be destroyed. And the person who has been trying to show you love and commitment, they're gonna eventually not want to do it no more.
Right. They'll be exhausted.
So you're gonna end up losing everything. So that's what that never made sense to me. So that's why when I'm in that's why when I speak on relationships now, I tell people, like, stop being so hard on your partner and start looking at yourself. You don't want this man to lie to you, but you lying to yourself. You want this man not to be lazy, but you lazy yourself. It's just vice versa. I just feel like, same thing with your woman. You don't want your woman to be stressed out, but you stressed out. You don't want your woman to be in her emotions, but you in your emotions. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like we got to start giving to people what they give to us, and stop trying to find other people to give it to. Like, why is it so hard to give love to somebody who giving love to you, but it's easy for you to give love to somebody who giving hate to you? I don't get that. Like, your woman showing you all the love, but you going out there dealing with women who giving you a hard time. Your man showing you love, but you going out there dealing with men who giving you a hard time. What sense does that make?
Okay, so Cece said, why don't you feel like a lady can be in her emotions? That's human. Do you want a robot? It's true that, like, I mean, we will go through emotions. Any woman is going to experience emotions, and a man will as well. We have to be able to balance one another.
I feel like, she asking you that question?
No, she said ask him, meaning you, Scar.
Ask me. I fell asleep when you read it. Sorry. I think for me, I fell asleep. Sorry. I think for me, what was the question? I fell asleep.
Okay, she's basically asking, like, why can't a woman be in her emotions at times? Because we're human, we will experience emotions.
Because emotions are based upon the majority of the time, emotions are based upon experiences. So if you have an emotion, you're basing your emotion off of what you experienced in the past. That doesn't mean that this current situation or this current circumstance is the same situation as something that happened in the past, even if it's similar. See, you wouldn't have an emotion for something if you didn't relate it to something. So how you gonna say you want a new relationship, you want a new man, you want a new thing, God is doing a new thing in your life, but you got emotions. Your emotions can be only tied to something you felt before. So how you taking that resentment, that anger, that fear, that unresolved childhood trauma, those issues into the new new relationship or the new place. That's emotions only come from experience. And if God is doing a new thing in your life, if you want to live a new life, how you pulling that same trauma with you into the new thing?
Now, I don't necessarily disagree that we do have to do some trauma work, right? We do need to do healing,
right.
Excavating those things from, deep within the subconscious that need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we will experience emotions. We will have new experiences, in a relationship.
Right.
And those new experiences that we have within the relationship will invoke and evoke some emotions.
Emotions only come from the past experience. You can't have emotion for something that you never experienced before. You cannot, it's impossible to have an emotion for something you have never experienced before. That's why as a child you cry. They're not emotional, they're just crying. Because they don't like children, you could spank a child today and an hour later they back hugging you and loving you and kissing on you. Because they haven't experienced trauma yet. So that emotion does not set in. So when that's why the scripture tells you be as a little child, because children are humble, children are forgiving. Once they have experienced trauma, then you start seeing them change. I've seen children get beat. I've seen children, get a spanking, and 30 minutes later they back hugging their mama, jumping on their father. Why? Because they're not emotional. Why? Because they have yet to experience trauma.
No, but they are expressing the emotion through their tears. They're not happy about a spanking. They're sad.
That's not emotion.
Sadness is an emotion.
You gotta look up what the word emotion means. You got your laptop in front of you?
Energy and motion. Yes.
You have your laptop in front of you?
Means.
Do you have your laptop in front of you?
I do.
Can you pull it? Can you type it in?
I do.
Type it in for us.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
I want you to understand what emotion means.
A natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with others. Instinctive or intuitive feeling as distinguished from reasoning or knowledge. Responses have to be based on historical insight, not simply emotion. That's an example.
So
what from that definition said anything that you just said?
In order to have a response, it must be something that you're reacting to from something that you have already experienced. If you read what emotion says, it says it's a response, right?
It says a natural, instinctive.
Right.
Instinct.
Keep reading.
Instinct.
Keep reading.
State of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with others.
Right. So how can you have a relationship? How can a relationship with someone else be natural, instinctive? How can the mood or the characteristic from somebody else be instinctive? It has to be an experience, because you can't have a relationship without an experience.
That's what we're saying, though.
What I'm saying is
a child being spanked. That's an experience.
Right. But what I'm saying is a child being...
Then the emotion comes in instinctively, right? Because when you experience pain, there's a cry out for that. There's a sadness that you experience in that instant.
Right.
And even though they may not hold a grudge, is probably more of what you're talking about, it still doesn't mean that they didn't experience those emotions that they felt in that moment from getting the spanking.
There's a difference for me, there's a difference between responding to something and being emotional behind something. If a child gets spanked and it's responding to being spanked by crying or sad, I feel like, to me, that's not emotional. That's responsive. That's a reaction. That's a response. To me, I feel like emotions are something that's tied in deep inside of you, outside of just your physical layer, outside of just temporary. I don't feel like emotions are, to be emotional, I don't feel like it's temporary. I feel like to be emotional is to carry it on. So that's what when I say, and first of all, I said women don't need to be emotional. I didn't say emotion. I said emotion. No, that's what I said. First of all.
Okay, so you're
Don't
speaking
try to
on
twist my
it
words.
lasting longer than the moment that it happened in.
Correct. So the only way you can be emotional is if you're relating it to something that happened to you in the past. That's the only way.
Okay.
Hey, lady. Oh man.
She
Lord.
on your ass.
Lady AJ. Lady AJ back in the building. Oh man.
You on there? She was over here, but she said she was coming over there.
Lady AJ, please look up what emotional mean, and I want everybody who listening to me to answer this question for me. Since y'all love texting this chat, y'all love being in this chat, y'all love being with this and that. I want y'all to answer this for me. When has your emotions ever helped you? When in what circumstance when you were emotional has it helped you get anywhere in life? You can answer that.
You want me to answer it?
Yeah, whoever you can. I'm saying you can answer it, but they're gonna chat too. They're gonna answer too. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll get to the question that was asked in the chat after I answer the question. So I do think it's like the experience, right? Experiential knowledge, right? So it's the composition of all of these different things happening, and it's like, okay, well, all these things happen, and it's put me in this emotional state.
Right.
So I had to learn to take inventory, take self-inventory. Where did I mess up? And I had to take accountability, right? Where did I mess up? Where was my responsibility? And you got your shades on. What was my responsibility in this? And how am I going to change to make something different? I'm going to have to make different decisions.
Right.
I'm going to have to make better choices.
Right.
I'm going to have to vet better.
Right.
So I think it comes in taking that knowledge and using the wisdom that you've learned, right? And applying it. So for me, it's more about, okay, I don't want to experience that ever again. So how can I vet better? How can I make a better decision for myself? Work on yourself, work on your self-esteem, work on, your ability, work on your spiritual health. You know what I mean? All of those things you can do to help yourself make a better decision next time and increase your discernment. That's how I feel about it.
You didn't answer my question.
That's how I feel about having your emotions help you.
I told you, give me a specific situation where being emotional has helped you.
Well, not necessarily in the moment of, okay, I'm crying, right? And, well, I'll say this. It has helped me get out of some situations where I may have made a horrible decision.
It's some bullshit, right? There's some straight bullshit right now. There's some real tomfoolery right now. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm just saying, like, if my feelings was hurt about something, right, and I felt a certain way, instead of reacting violently, remove myself. That's an emotional response that did help me get out of a situation where it could have turned left.
Okay. Well, what's the question in the chat?
Okay, and even Miss Me said, if you have anger and rage to ward off an attacker, that's a good way to use your emotions. Unfortunately, we have to do that sometimes.
I just feel like intellect and emotions are two different things. I feel like wisdom and emotions are two different things. You keep tying in a thought pattern or tying in a wisdom to emotion. I don't feel like those are the same thing. But y'all do. So
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's two different things.
Okay, it's a difference of opinion. You asked, how could I use my emotions in the moment? And I clarified. I said, okay, I get what you're saying.
I did not ask you that. See, that's what women like to do. Women like to create their own words from what a man said. I said,
oh my God.
I did not say that. I said, how did being emotional help you? Give me a circumstance where being emotional helped you. That's all I asked you.
And I gave it to you. I said, because you said my first response did not answer your question.
Right. No,
right. And so you asked, so you asked for when was the situation where your emotions helped? And I said, okay, well, I get what you're saying now. The actual emotions that you're invoking in the moment, that it helped. And then I went on to say, okay, well, instead of me reacting in a volatile way, I chose to get in my car and drive away because I was not in an emotional state where I chose to walk away from the situation instead of reacting violently.
Okay.
Even though I was upset, I was mad, I was crying, I still got in my car and I left.
Right, when this live is over, playback what you said. You didn't see make no sense. All right, read the story.
Whatever.
Read the story. Read the thing somebody said on your side.
Okay, I'm gonna go back up. So I think it was something she could ask. Okay, are you saying a woman should not live in a being of an emotional state?
Correct. All emotions do all emotions do is keep you subjected to circumstance, because circumstances are always going to change. So like you just said, if you're if you feel like emotions are good, I'm telling you right now, your emotions will always change, because your circumstance will always change, because you're basing your reaction off of circumstance. So if you're basing your reaction off of circumstance, imagine removing emotion out of your life. And no matter what circumstance happens, you still have a focus and a direction guided towards where you're trying to go. No matter if somebody passed away, no matter if your bills are. Imagine living life where you're down to $1 in your bank account, and you tell yourself, I'm no longer going to have emotions. So even though you see that dollar in your bank account, in yourself, you have faith, because faith supersedes emotion. So if you keep allowing emotion to navigate your life and navigate your decisions and responses, you're going to constantly be in a roller coaster, emotional roller coasters for the rest of your life. So that's y'all who want to live with emotion. I'm not living with emotion. I'm living with destiny. I'm living by faith, and I'm living by direction. I'm not going to let my circumstance determine my response.
I don't think that's I hear you, but I don't think that's realistic. We all fall short.
But that's you. But that's what I'm saying is that's not good. If you have accepted that for your life, if you have accepted that, and whoever listening and you, if y'all have accepted that, hey, in my life I'm gonna just keep being a slave to circumstance, that's you.
Nobody said that. Now you putting words in my mouth.
That's what you said.
Who said that?
You said that.
No, Scar. I'm gonna stop you right now, because you said that. I never said that.
What did you just say?
Who said I was a slave to my emotions?
What did you just say? You said it's unrealistic for someone to. We're human. We fall short, and it's unrealistic to live without emotion. That's what you said, right?
It's unrealistic to live without. Come on now, Scar.
I'm asking you a question.
So you're going to be. I'm not saying we're speaking on emotions overall. All of them. Happy, sad, glad, mad, ecstatic. Right?
Right.
So you mean to tell me if you got a blessing, you would just be like, wow, I got a blessing. You would respond like that? Or would you say, God is so good. My faith never wavered. I am so happy that this blessing came through. Thank you. I knew it was going to happen. You would have an emotion. Would you not?
Again, to me, emotions are not.
You didn't answer my question.
No,
you didn't know. Can you go back to my question?
No.
Or you wouldn't be. You said you would not be. You wouldn't be happy.
I am not I am not an emotional person. You keep saying emotion. I don't know why y'all keep saying emotion when I'm talking about emotional. I keep telling you, like, y'all keep talking about emotions and I'm saying emotional. I'm not an emotional person, And no, I don't live with emotions. I don't base my life on emotion. I don't do that.
Okay.
So what?
Got it.
So if God takes something from me, I'm gonna be sad. And when God give me something, I'm happy. No, I'm gonna be happy all the way through. It's not emotional. This is just what it is. I don't base my life off circumstance. I keep telling you that. My circumstance. I've been in the worst. I've been some of the worst situations you ever could think of. But I'm not gonna live. I was a slave. Like I said. Like most of y'all is. Most people is. I ain't gonna say you. Most people are slaves to circumstance. I'm no longer a slave to that. It's real simple.
Okay. That's how you live your life. I got it.
That's the way it is.
Okay. Well, what's the next question you want to ask?
I'm saying, you got another question?
I mean, I have plenty, but
Actually, you can ask them.
I'm just trying to make it relevant to what we just covered.
Nah, we can. I mean, that's something somebody asked in the chat though, so we can go to the next thing. That ain't nothing we had said.
Okay, so how do you manage conflict within a relationship then?
Now, for me,
Speaking of emotion,
I don't get emotional. It's somebody says, "Sir, are you saying that you're not moved by your emotions?" No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not moved by just like the question you just asked. The only thing that makes something a conflict is if you feel like it's a conflict. If your emotions tell you it's a conflict. Somebody could be yelling at you and arguing with you, and it's not a conflict because you choose not to make it one. So what I decided to do is stop allowing my emotions to control me. That's why I say I'm not emotional. I want my emotions removed. And the only thing I want in my life is faith and dedication and commitment. That's all I want. I don't want emotion.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! Hi, Ghost.
So that's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, Nuki, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not living. I'm not moved by emotions, and I don't have conflicts anymore.
Since when?
Since Sunday, I decided no more conflict.
Oh, since Sunday? Okay.
Since Sunday. Right. No more conflict. I'm not finna be conflict. What I'm arguing with somebody for? What I'm fussing with somebody for? For what? That's ridiculous. It don't make sense to me. Like, what am I even fussing with you for? Why am I giving you my energy and my time and my commitment? Like that's anybody who get in conflicts and arguing, you a slave to that person. That person got a control over you.
Yeah, I mean, I can say if you. So I think Sheikah had said you were expressing a state of being versus evoking an emotion or feeling in the moment, right?
Right. That's what I'm
when you
about.
say emotional versus expressing an emotion. And so Miss Me said emotions are natural. What do you mean? But I think you kind of elaborated on that.
Emotions are learned, man. Emotions aren't natural. Like people say emotions are natural, it's not natural. Emotions are all learned. The only way
you believe emotions are learned?
Emotions are learned.
So somebody learns how to be happy?
Yes. Of course.
So have you been around babies?
All my life.
Okay, so can somebody teach a baby how to be happy?
Somebody can do something to a baby to make them happy.
But how is that them teaching them how to be happy?
Because the energy that they give
teaching
off.
Them the emotion.
Because the energy that they give off is a happy energy, which reflects into that baby. There's babies out there. There's babies right now who don't smile. I've been around babies who don't smile. I've been around babies who just sad. So what? How do you explain that?
You haven't made them smile or happy, maybe.
Again, so you just told me if it's a natural instinct, they should do it without somebody, right? Mm-hmm. So that means if I gotta do something to make them do something, that means it's learned.
No, how's that learned?
You just told me that maybe I haven't done something to make them smile and happy. So if being happy is a natural reaction, why do I have to do something to make them smile?
Okay, so So we'll just agree to disagree and move on.
Yeah.
All right. So I had asked, because we were speaking about emotions,
Right.
which conflict comes up because of emotions on both ends, right?
Yes.
So how would you manage conflict how should people manage conflicts in relationships?
Don't make nothing a conflict.
But people do things that are not okay.
That don't mean they gotta
in
be
relationships.
That don't mean they gotta be a conflict. You asked me a question. I'm answering the question. Don't make it a conflict.
So, okay, so is there not anything that somebody can do in a relationship with you that would not be a conflict?
No, I'm not having conflicts with my woman.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to have conflicts with my woman.
So no one can maybe have a behavior or do something that isn't worth addressing?
No matter how many ways you ask me this question, I'm going to answer the same way. No, I am not going to have a conflict with my woman. It's simple as that. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I grew up in that trauma. I'm not doing that no more. That's ridiculous. We adults. What we arguing like kids for? Kids have conflict. Adults have reason.
Well, that's difference of opinion. I mean, even here, we've had differences of opinion. We're not cursing one another out or anything like that, but we'll definitely go back and forth about something that we don't agree on.
That's not a conflict to me. Maybe to you it's a conflict, but to me it's not a conflict.
So, disagreements. Maybe I could have worded it like that. How would you handle that?
You're going to have disagreements. Somebody said that somebody asked you to define conflict.
So conflict means like maybe something happened within the relationship. Maybe someone felt disrespected. It's like something that an event or a behavior or something maybe someone said to you that you felt slighted about. And we're coming to the table and like, hey, I didn't like that you did this, and this. And we talk about it. So for me, maybe people may take it like a disagreement or something where they go ahead, Star.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, question.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that for me it's just like something that you two have a disagreement about. That's a conflict for me.
Right.
That's my definition.
Okay. All right. So now AJ, see, AJ back on this side. AJ said they asking me to describe it, I guess, as well. I think conflict is anything that causes controversy. I think conflict and controversy had the same three letters in the beginning. So I think anything that causes controversy is a conflict. I think like she said, I think disagreements elevates to conflicts. I don't think disagreements and conflicts are the same thing. I think disagreements elevates to conflict. And if you're a responsible and accountable adult, you're going to get reasoning instead of waiting until it get to a conflict.
Yeah.
That's just my feeling.
Okay. V Love Child says she agreed with you. She said she argued out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who gonna keep getting in conflict? We too old to be getting in conflicts and arguments and honestly, even disagreements. We too old to be having disagreements. Like, I'm not finna be disagreeing. Listen, if we've been together this long, let's say we've been together all these years, why we still got disagreements? Why we still at odds? Why we still beefing? For what? Like, why are you at odds with me? I'm loving on you. Why am I at odds with you? You loving on me? I'm not gonna be, and I advise anybody out there, Rashida, if you're in a relationship right now where you're constantly in conflict with a man or woman, I'm advising you to leave. Go ahead.
Well, I will say this, Scar. I don't think a healthy relationship is without any kind of disagreement at times.
Right.
I think it's healthy for you guys to really talk through your differences.
Right.
Your men are very logical. Women, we do move off of emotion sometimes.
Right.
So there are going to be times where we're not going to be in alignment on something. And it's the job of both of y'all to work through that in a you don't want to call it partnership, but in a teammate, arrangement, however you want to say it. If you're in a relationship with somebody,
right,
it's very natural for you guys to have to be in a state of communication where you may disagree on things, and that's healthy.
I'm
a yes woman all the time. You ain't gonna like that.
What I'm trying to tell you is, at the end of the day, every team, we talk about teammates. If you watch every team that has won a championship, they keep their emotions intact, and even if they have a disagreement, they do not allow it to affect the relationship with their teammate, because they're only.
That's my point, though.
So what I'm saying, eventually, if you want to win, you got to stop having disagreements. Eventually, you can't keep having. All I'm saying is, if you at disagreement, if you keep having disagreements, it's going to lead to conflict, and that conflict going to lead to controversy. Now, don't say thank God you single. I'm happy being single. Don't say that. But like I said, man, at the end of the day, you got to understand that disagreements are doing nothing but distracting you from getting where you need to be. So I don't know. I'm not gonna have disagreements with my woman. She gonna do she gonna feel what I say. I'm gonna feel what she say. Simple as that.
Okay, so we hearing it live and in action. You saying that you're gonna be, if she your woman, you're gonna be down with whatever she's saying as well.
And whatever she say, whatever I say, because we're not following each other. We're following God. See, that's the difference. See, that's why I keep telling y'all. Yeah, see, y'all living life. I can't say for you, but I'll put you in that too. A lot of people live life based on reality of this world, or how things happen in reality. But I don't live life in this box. I don't live life in this box we call reality. I live life based on faith. So my woman ain't following me. She following the spirit that I'm following. I'm not following my woman. I'm following the spirit she following. So how we following the same spirit, but we got disagreements? It don't make sense. Like, okay. You believe in the spiritual world, Rashida, right? You locked in on that. You all the way in with that.
Exactly.
How can two people be following the same spirit, but yet have two different ways of living?
But we're not talking about a way of living, though, Scar.
How can two people follow the same spirit and have two different ways of thinking?
Two different ways of thinking? Because it's a masculine and energy and feminine energy. There's gonna be differences.
How you following the
same?
They're
gonna be natural differences.
How you following the same thing? We're going to different places. See, when I say thinking, your actions is based upon what you're thinking. So how can you be following the same spirit but have two different ways of thinking? Ultimately, them ways of thinking gonna lead you to two different directions.
I'm saying there's balance between the two.
I don't buy it. I can't buy it.
Okay. Well, we'll have a difference of opinion on that.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not following you, and you ain't following me.
People can have different approaches to the same goal. What are you talking about? See, that's that brainwashedness I'll be trying to tell people, because Nuki said there's that conflict again. Yeah, that's not conflict, because we just talking. But in a relationship, I'm not gonna do that with my woman. Soon I see my woman start wanting to go back and forth, I'm gonna say, you got it. I ain't doing that with you today, man.
So she winning all the arguments.
She got it. She gonna be arguing by herself, with herself, on herself, through herself, in herself, next to herself. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
Yeah. I get what she said. V Love Child said makes sense logically, but realistically, that's the question.
But see, the thing about it is, if you base your life upon what's real to you. Only what's real is whatever's real to you. So there's no such thing as realistic. Because whatever's real to you, that's what's real, even if it's fake. So somebody say, somebody said, no, not somebody. AJ said, if I skip forward and you run forward, we're both still going forward. But what you don't understand is we're both going forward. So whatever it takes to move forward, that's that. See, the goal ain't see what people don't understand is see right now see right now you pocket watching. See right now you see right
You caught him. You caught him, AJ. You got him with a good right hook.
See right now you being
That's
petty.
why he's stumbling and fumbling.
See right now you being petty. Now you know you done effed up, don't you? Now you know you done effed up, don't you? No, but no, seriously, all jokes aside, the goal is moving forward.
Hey, Tab.
It's not about skipping or running. See, that's the pettiness inside of AJ. See, that's the pettiness. The pettiness you're looking at, I'm skipping, I'm running. Only thing I'm looking at is the direction we're going. I'm not.
But that's her point, though. Her point is that y'all both going in the same direction.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but what you got to understand too. Like I said, she being petty by saying that. But what you got to understand too is, if you running and I'm skipping, we're not moving at the same pace. So even though we going to prove a point, I was essentially being petty, but to get off to explain the point. Even though we going to the same place, we're not moving at the same pace. I like that. Even though we going to the same place, we're not moving at the same pace.
Mm-hmm. But so Miss B said you want it your way. You want it. It's either your way or the highway. Is that true?
It's either God way or no way. Hey, sweet delicious in the building. Chocolate Princess said, if we all made in the image of God, then we are two parts to a whole. I don't know what that means. It said you can agree and disagree, but at the end of it, all you can do is come to a common ground. Mm-hmm. You may run slow, I could skip fast. That's true. And I'm just saying, it's God way or no way. That's how I'm moving. That's how my new life is. I know that may sound crazy, but it's like everything, like Rashida, I don't know how your relationship life is, but every relationship you tried failed, right? Pretty much. Lord know every relationship I tried went to hell. It ain't just fall. That bitch went to hell.
But you know what I will say though, Scar, is I've learned a lot from relationships. So for me, it's not a complete failure. It taught me a lot about myself. It taught me a lot about how to relate to other people, and just how to navigate.
Yeah, don't get sidetracked.
Navigate this world.
Don't get sidetracked. I said the relationship failed, and it did. I didn't say you was a failure. That relationship failed.
Yeah, but I was saying that I don't necessarily look at it like, oh my God, like, oh, it's so, I'm not hurt about it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say you was. See, so what all I'm trying to say is, at the end of the day, how can I keep doing things my way when my way has not got me where I want to be? Yeah. I got to follow some kind of way that's going to help me get there. And at this point, God is what I'm relying on. I mean, I don't know. I open the Bible, I read it, and that's what I rely on to help me with my woman. I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I don't know who out there listening, whether it's Quran, whatever it is. You need something guiding you beside your emotions and how you feel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't disagree that you need guidance, but in addition, I still have the same thought. We are human and we experience emotions. And sometimes we can get, hey, Nina, we can become emotional in certain situations, like you said, certain circumstances. But it doesn't mean that we allow our emotions to control us.
I just have no emotion. I'm sorry, I have no. I just choose not to have no emotion. That's just the way I choose to live now. At this point, I choose to let God guide me because my emotions have gotten me where I don't want to be. Like I said, I don't know on my side or your side, whoever listening, watching, how many of y'all emotions got y'all where y'all wanted to be. I'm still. Nobody answered that question yet. How many of y'all are where they want to be in life right now? I'm pretty sure no one will tell me they were where they want to be. So why would you keep following that emotion that's telling you to make the decisions you're making if these emotions haven't gave you the best decisions to get to where you need to go? AJ said my
Okay.
emotions. AJ said my emotions help navigate me to most of my successes, but you're still not where you want to be.
You know that.
AJ, are you where you want to be in life? Oh, her reception must be bad. Oh, she said yes. She said yes. She is where she want to be. Okay, so
Yeah.
right now you want to be on this live. So anyway, like I said, at the end of the day, AJ probably the only person in this world who's saying she has everything she want and she's where she want to be. She probably the only person that feel like that. Most people the majority of people in this world are not where they want to be.
Are you where you want to be, Scar?
What you mean?
I'm asking you the question. You asked her the question. I'm
No,
asking you the question.
no,
Are you where you want to be?
no, because I live my life because I made decisions based on emotions. And that's why I'm not
Okay.
where I want to be. There's no person in this world have exactly what they want and they're exactly where they want to be in life other than her. She's the only person in this world. Like elevated vibration say, look at how many young males move from emotions and crash out over things that makes that don't make any sense. So that's what
Mm-hmm.
but that is why I preach this understanding to don't be led by emotion, whether it's good or bad, whether it's happy emotions or sad emotions or good emotions or bad emotions. Do not be led by emotions because emotions will constantly change and your circumstances will always change.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a goal. Today I choose to be happy. Regardless of what happened, I'm gonna be happy today. See, to me, that's not an emotion. That's a choice. That's a dedication. Because emotions are based upon instinct. Emotions are based upon responses. So if I remove all emotion and make a choice to be happy, that's a choice, not an emotion. So that's why I'm telling you that I don't live based on emotion. Like you said, well, if God bless me, I'm gonna be happy. It's because I choose to be happy. Rashida, you know how many times God blessed me and I still was sad?
Yeah.
And how many times I don't know that happened to you before. You know how many times you
Mm-hmm.
got a blessing and you still not you like whatever, man.
Yeah.
So I don't want to live my life based on how I feel. I want to live my life based on what's real.
Right. And I'm not saying that, hey, that's your truth. Speak your truth. I'm just saying that I know that there are times where there may be something that happens that may bring up some emotion for you. I'm sure if you had a close family member pass away, you would feel an emotion for that.
No.
Right? And you would express it.
No.
Through crying, through solace, however you express it. You would feel something.
Yes, I would, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not good. Just because I did that in the past, that is not good. Because you know what happened? My cousin got sentenced. I was sitting down there with tears in my eyes, about to give my cousin life. It was about to give him life. Free big cub, man. You already know. Free big cub for real. But they about to give him life, and he ended up getting less time. And I was emotional behind that because I'm like, man, that could have been me. I'm thinking about his kids, his life. You know what I'm saying? That's big cub. And I had to sit back and God had to get my mind right And I had to look at the blessing that I have in front of me. I'm not in there. I'm not in the grave. God separated me. God kept me. God kept him. God gave him less time than we thought he was going to get. So what I'm trying to tell you is I realize how emotion can sidetrack you. So the best thing to do is not have it. Yeah, I cry when people pass away. Yeah, I have issues with my girl. When I had issues with my girl, the girl I love, yeah, I had issues. But I realized by me having those issues and emotions, how I set myself back so many years. And I'm tired of being set back. So that's why I remove emotion out of my life and make a decision. I'm gonna be happy today. I'm gonna be joyous today. Like no negativity. Like my birthday May 1st.
Okay, Glenn.
So anybody out there want to send me a cash out? My birthday is May 1st.
Oh my God.
Send me a cash out to the cat. Well, don't be surprised if I ask what's the cash out. So send me a cash out. But I told myself for the month of May, no negative words come out my mouth. No, I won't say one negative word. And if a thought comes to my mind that's negative, I'm going to tell God, take it away. Because I don't want to be held down and bounded by emotion or thoughts. I want to have a dedicated mindset, and that's the way I'm living.
Okay. Well, good luck on that, Pat.
I don't need luck. I don't need luck. It's already good. I'm very straight.
Okay, it's already done. You got faith. So
done.
there you go.
I don't need luck, baby
All
girl. I don't need bumble clock luck. So what's up, man? So I got a question for you today.
What's up?
Do you feel like you could be in a relationship with a man? Do you feel like a woman can be in a relationship with a man who's not connected to the spirit?
Can it happen? Well, it's possible to happen, right?
A successful relationship.
A successful relationship. Yes. In my opinion, no. Because a lot will leave that relationship that has absolutely nothing to do with God. And if you don't have something to surrender to, a man doesn't have something to surrender to and be humbled by,
right,
his ego will allow him to navigate that relationship the way he wants it to go.
Right.
So,
I agree.
Which will lead to destruction.
I agree.
So that's my take on it. As far as a healthy relationship.
And I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's how I feel. So I feel like my woman has to be a spiritual woman connected to the spirit. Like it has to be, because if you basing your decisions off of what society telling you or your past experiences, you're gonna treat me like the last dude. I could be out late, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You're gonna be thinking I'm cheating on you when I'm just working. Or I'm just at the studio, or I'm just, putting something together. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I need a woman who's okay with being brand new with me. I need a woman who's okay with being brand new with me. Like she gotta want to be brand new with me.
So what movie was that? Men in Black? They had the pen.
I'm gonna wave that pen. I'm the pen.
Wave the pen and wipe the memory.
Yes, I need a woman that's willing to be brand new with me. Like she can't have. I don't want her carrying none of that baggage with me.
Now, can you come in renewed? Are you renewed?
I'm good. I'm straight. I don't have nothing. Listen,
sure?
Listen. I don't have nothing preventing me from being the woman a man need. I'm sorry. To being a man a woman need. And I don't want. Yeah,
I missed that the first time.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking about women. I'm thinking about my woman.
Sleepy.
I need my woman to be the woman a man need. Like because there's nothing stopping me from being that to her.
They said you trying to set.
So what? What they say? You breaking out? I can't hear you. No, I can't hear you.
You would say that. You really can't.
I hear you now.
I said.
You breaking up, man. No, seriously. Ask the chat. Ask the chat. Are you breaking up? You breaking up?
Am I breaking up on my side, y'all?
Ask. See what they said.
They ain't answer yet.
Yeah. You breaking up?
Oh, okay. CC said I did break up.
I
Okay,
told
my
you.
bad,
I'm
y'all.
trying. See. You think? See, you
Hold on, let
said
me
that.
take this out. Can you hear me well though?
Yeah, I hear
Right
you.
now?
Yeah, I hear you good now.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? You think I'm lying to you? I'm telling you the truth. What you say?
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, leave
It
it
wasn't
alone.
for you to hear. The fact that it kept breaking up, nah, it wasn't for you.
Yeah, it probably wasn't for me to see how good God look after you.
God is so good.
God is good. God's good to you, boy. Cause
You listen.
yeah, for real.
I'm protected all around.
Yeah, you definitely protected, boy. He didn't want you to say that, boy. See that? So what I told you, month of May, no negativity. God wouldn't even let you speak that on me.
Okay, he looking out for you.
Yeah, okay. What you saying now? They ask, are you? They ask, or are you trying to settle? Or they ask, are you trying to settle? Who trying
Am
to
I?
settle?
Who trying to settle?
I don't know what she talking. Who you asking at? Me or Rashida?
And then when you say settle like in a relationship.
I ain't settling for nothing, fam. I'm telling you straight up. I ain't doing it. Like moving forward in my life, I'm too valuable to be subjected to the nonsense. I'm too valuable. I'm too valuable.
I'm not settling. I've done that.
You ain't settling no more?
No. Mm-mm.
So let me ask you a question. Somebody, Monique, this my manager, my manager for 72 hours. Monique, what's happening? She said nothing settles but dust.
Did she put a Baker act on you?
What's she Baker acting me for? She ain't Baker acting me, man. Listen, I'm the best thing. I'm the best thing smoker. She said nothing settles but dust, man. Listen, that's real. I'm not settling for anything less. See, a lot of times people call it settling, but sometimes you get what you deserve.
Ooh-wee.
Sometimes you get what you deserve, but other people think you're settling, but you know deep inside yourself you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? You know deep inside yourself you're not worthy. And that's why you stay with the dude or the woman you with, because you know deep inside yourself you ain't nobody. Mm. And that's how I used to be.
You can have a really low self-esteem. So some people will, get with that person that they feel like big-ish, because look at them. I could be with this person, but I'm with you. Like some people have that type of attitude, which is disgusting.
Yeah,
but that just speaks to their low self-esteem because they want to feel, like they tough. They're but they're not.
Well, Monique, and you respond to this one.
Okay.
She said, or you manipulated by the person. Do you feel like it's well? I'm gonna answer that after you. Do you feel like you can be manipulated to quote unquote settle for a person?
I think you can, and that depends on if you, well, me personally, no, not today, because the discernment part is strong. But I can say that yes, in the past, because this thing about, like they're a good person and I can see, when people date off of potential, right? You'll be like, I can see where they're going. And if they tell you what their vision is and what their dreams are, and you see them moving in that direction, you think like, okay. But then the cracks start to show, so that's the manipulation part where somebody may say something to convince you, like, okay, give this person a try. And it's because of the potential, right? When you talk about potentiality, sometimes that's the trick of the devil,
I think it's impossible for somebody to be manipulated unless they want to.
Yeah, you have to be a willing participant.
You have to be willing to be manipulated in order to be manipulated. You have to tell yourself that you're gonna see through all this just to be able to stay with this person. So I don't think people are manipulated. Like people get mad at me because I say I be lying. Like for me, you can't get mad at me for saying I be lying when you are lying to yourself. I'm just no,
God, how did we get back here?
because what I'm saying is to be manipulated, you have to be you play a part in that too. Like you just said, you play a part in being manipulated. You play a part in accepting something you know ain't true. So how you gonna be upset, totally upset with this person when you playing a part in it? Oh, shit, sure was an accident. I'm just saying, like, end of the day, everybody caught up on lies and manipulation, but they lying and manipulating themselves.
I think the mirror puts, like when they say the mirror reflects back who you are.
Right.
So the people that you encounter are mirrors of those parts of yourself.
Good and bad, you know what I'm saying? But then
Yeah.
but then sometimes God is, or the Spirit is trying to bring people in your life to show you who you really are. He might bring somebody in your life to upgrade you or show you a different way of living or show you something. But you're so caught up in your own way because you're so caught up in manipulation. You have manipulated yourself. And I'm trying to tell, this is why I try to talk to people and tell them that you have manipulated yourself. And that is why you are so emotional because you've been lying to yourself for so many years. And you're afraid to uncover the lies because of pride. You don't want to say, oh, the religion I've been believing ain't been helping me. Or you don't want to say the relationship I'm in is not good for me, or the friendship that I have is not good for me, or my roommate is not. You don't want to admit that you made a bad choice, a bad decision. So you rather just live life with being manipulated. And I think that's pride. And the scripture tell you pride come before a fall. I think everybody's so prideful that they don't want to admit that they made a bad decision.
Yeah.
And in order to be loved by somebody, in order to have somebody love you, you gotta admit it. You gotta be honest and say, hey, listen, you gotta see your faults and then finally admit it so you can make a change. The first key to changing is admitting you got something wrong with you. That's why every day I get on here, I'm telling y'all I got something wrong with me.
Sir, you did not say that in this earlier conversation.
I did say that in the earlier conversation.
You said you did say you had imperfections, but there was nothing about you that needed to be changed.
No, nothing about me needed to be changed because my imperfections is what make me perfect. I keep telling my imperfections are someone. Listen, even my imperfections is someone else's perfection. How about that?
Okay.
Yes. When a woman getting with me, she knows she getting a faithful man, a committed man. I'm not gonna cheat on my woman. I'm gonna tell some lies here and there, but I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna make sure she good. I'm gonna make sure she all right. I'm gonna make sure I do the best I can. If I gotta work a job picking up cans, I'm gonna make sure I do the best I can to make sure she's straight. And that's what they gonna get from me. They gonna get it. I'm gonna pray for her. I'm gonna everything. So that's just where I'm at with it, you know.
All right. Wait, so Cece said, if she lies, will you leave?
If my woman lie to me, would I leave?
Yeah.
No. If she lie to me, I know she gonna lie to me. That's already a given. My woman gonna lie to me. I'm not tripping over that. Well, I'm tripping for because she told a lie. That's crazy. Like that's what I'm saying.
So are there unforgivable lies?
No.
I beg to differ. I know with you, if she came in lying about if she was a woman.
Who?
If she was really a woman, you would not go for that. That's a lie.
If she was, say that again.
Never mind. You can skip over it.
Yeah, because I don't know what you like. I don't understand what you're saying.
Just know you, and you would not go for that type of a lie. If someone told you that they were someone that they're not.
If my woman, by time, I don't even speak that language, yo. I don't even know.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, if by the time she becomes my woman, I don't filter through all that. So by the time she becomes my woman, I filter through everything.
Okay.
I have accepted the fact that my woman will lie to me, and it's okay. Like I'm not finna trip because she told a lie. Like that sounds crazy. I used to trip, but now it's like okay, cool.
But you wouldn't appreciate someone who wasn't faithful, though. I mean, I know that's not something you're going to co-sign on.
I won't co-sign nobody who's not committed. Like I feel like if you're not faithful, you're not committed. Or if you're not
Right.
helping the business, you're not committed. Or if you're not helping me, you're not committed. So I won't condone anybody that's not committed, whether they're sleeping with somebody else or not staying or not helping me get to where I need to, us where we need to go.
Yeah.
So it's not just sleeping with somebody else. If my woman slept with somebody else, I understand. Nah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't tripping. I keep telling you, I ain't tripping for real. Like they be thinking I be tripping. If you sleep with somebody else, I understand. But just make sure you're doing what you need to do for me.
What?
What I'm saying is this: I don't want her to sleep with somebody else. But what I'm saying is,
Okay.
if she so happen to do it and make a mistake, I will be understanding, as long as she's doing what she needs to do for me.
So are you understanding because you going to have a slip?
What you mean?
Are you going to be the one cheating too?
Why would I cheat on my woman because she cheat on me? I'm not emotional. That's an emotional reaction.
Yep, you're right. I'm wrong.
I'm not gonna cheat on my woman if she cheat on me. I'm be understanding.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I do agree with Cece. She said cheating is not a mistake; it's a decision. I agree with that.
Sometimes cheating is a mistake, man. Times that I done messed around with different women when I ain't supposed to be messed around with them women, those were mistakes. Like that was just me in a vulnerable time. I voiced to my woman what I was going through. She didn't understand. I was going through a lot, pressure.
So
and
you
all
reacted off of emotion at the time?
I reacted off emotion, and I made a mistake. So what I'm saying is, if somebody make a mistake, you got to be willing to forgive the person. If they're not gonna keep doing it, that's all I'm trying to say. I understand. I understand if my woman out there throwing it and carrying on. I feel you. But all I'm saying is, once you tell me about it, I could forgive you. You know what I'm saying? If you made a mistake, if you voice to me and tell me you're going through things, I understand. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions before we wrap up? Wrap up at 9:30.
Any questions out there?
Mm-hmm.
In internet land with some questions.
You on YouTube? How's your YouTube going?
YouTube is going up and down like a roller coaster. Everybody on YouTube emotional. They tapping in, tapping out, tapping in, tapping out like a wrestling match. these people here like a wrestling match.
They DDT.
DDT, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Can you smell what Scar is cooking?
Oh, so, okay, question in the chat from CC. Can your girl have a male best friend?
No.
That was simple.
Simple as plain. No, my girl cannot have a male best friend or a alternate lifestyle best friend.
Oh, okay, why?
Elevated vibration, much love, bro. Because that the influences on her won't be, it will be a bad influence. And honestly, I don't want my girl to have a best friend who's not connected to God either. Whether it's a woman, whether like I'm not going for that.
Okay. So all of your friends are connected spiritually as well?
All my friends? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really hang out with people like that for real, like I used to. Like,
okay.
Everybody I'm connected with connected. That's the way it gotta be right now because I've took too many losses trying to adapt to my so-called friends. They would end up using me.
Yeah.
They end up encouraging things in me that were bad. Like I used to be in a relationship, and my brothers used to tell me to go out there and get different women, and that ended up destroying my relationship.
So you were influenced by them to get different women? You were manipulated? Well, you manipulated yourself, really.
I manipulated myself because I listened to what they said. And I felt like I started feeling what they were saying. I started getting money, driving in cars, living in houses, doing my thing, but I was losing myself in the process. And that's why I don't connect myself with somebody who ain't connected to God. I don't care how much money they got, influence they got, they'll steer you down the wrong direction every time.
Mm-hmm.
So my woman, I don't want my woman connected with somebody who ain't connected to God because she gonna be bringing them spirits in the house.
You're gonna be fighting them all, dodging them.
I don't have conflict, and then I'm gonna end up hitting up from the back repeatedly until the spirit leaves.
Next question,
I'm just
y'all.
saying, I'm gonna end up
I have no
hitting up from the
comment to
back
that.
till the spirit leaves. That's all I'm saying.
I don't even know what you just said.
My woman coming,
Right.
my woman coming to the house with spirit. She getting knocked down from the back until the spirit leaves.
That sounds crazy.
I don't know.
So we're gonna skip to the next thing. Now, Cece, I'm gonna let you know this. I'm gonna answer the question for the question is, can your woman make more money than you? I already know the answer is yes.
You damn right. What you mean? You damn right. What you mean?
The answer is yes.
Can my woman make more money than me? What? She better. She.
I already knew that about him.
She. You damn
Ladies,
right.
hold your purses, okay?
Matter of fact,
hold your purses, your wallets, your debit cards.
I'ma help her. I'ma help her make more money than me, boy. For real. I ain't tripping like she. I ain't tripping about that. For real. Nigga, what?
Clearly.
What?
What's the song used to go? Jiggler.
Nah, I ain't no jiggle. I'm far from that. I'm far from that. But she gonna definitely. She give me money when I'm in need. For real. I ain't tripping.
Oh my God.
I ain't insecure like that. Like, I don't need money, don't keep no one. And I've been hearing a lot of women lately say that money don't keep no woman.
It's true.
It don't. You know what I'm saying?
It won't.
Like Elevator say, a lot of men are intimidated by that, but money don't keep no woman. So I ain't tripping about no money.
But why do you think that, like Elevator said, some are intimidated? Why do you think that is?
Because they have low self-esteem. They only predicate their value based upon society standards. Society tell you gotta have a house, this car. You gotta look like this. You gotta have this. You gotta last more than 2 minutes in bed. These are things society tells men. So if they don't do that, they feel less than a man. And then they end up doing things and putting themselves in positions where they end up losing everything they had. So that's why a man a trip if they woman make more money than them. Like, that sounds crazy to me. I would love for my woman to make more money than me. Sure.
Yeah, but I think that has to do with like control. Like you said, the low self-esteem part, but to add to it, I'll read this comment in a second, but the low self-esteem, but to add to that is their desire to want to control, the woman with the pocketbook.
That's true.
Well, with his wallet, I should say.
But men don't understand that you really ain't controlling that woman when you give her that money. You're really not controlling them. What you're doing is crippling them. You're crippling them. That's what you're doing. So now when you want this woman to be strong and make a decision on her own, she can't. That's why she's influenced by Instagrams, TikTok, social media, because you crippled her emotionally by giving her this money and trying to control her. That's why a lot of the NBA players, NFL player wives be trying in my DM trying to creep with me. They do making more money than now. You know how many we used to be out. I'm talking to a girl. She telling me she dating a certain boxer, a certain NBA or NFL player, but she trying to slide with me. It's because that's only one aspect of it. You'll never be able to control a woman, no matter what you give her. Or a man,
Right.
or a man. You'll never be able to control that man, no matter what you give him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said you gotta last more than 2 minutes. That is funny.
That's the truth. If you don't last more than 2 minutes, you better go to that gas station and get you that gold pill, boy. With the
And hope
rhino.
and pray it don't help make you croak.
Or that honey, you better get that honey, boy. I took that honey one time, boy. Yeah,
He was on the moon.
I told you my left nostril got stuffed up. My eyes was watery. My ears got hot. Man, I said, I ain't taking this.
You about to be on some nutty professor, huh?
Man, shit. I said, I ain't taking this shit no more, man. This bitch got me out here wheezing, coughing, can't breathe.
What's that hitch? When his face?
Yes, I had flashes. My skin was red and everything. Messing around with that. Honey. Talk about shit. Yeah, my ears were burning. I couldn't breathe out my left nostril. I'm like, what the hell going on?
Oh my God.
So don't take them gas station pills, please. Any man watching this, please stop taking them gas station pills unless you consult a physician.
Right. They need to stop drinking and smoking and things like that. Will help with that.
Right. You can't just stop drinking, stop smoking. Yeah, because that rhino, let me tell you something, that rhino, that honey, that lion, whatever they call it.
I should not have taken it.
Listen, that rhino, that lion, and that honey, boy, had you dizzy, boy. That blood, when that blood rushed to your head, you'd be dizzy. Walk around dizzier than a mother. Next. Yo, I remember I took one of them pills, man.
That's crazy.
I took one of them pills. I'm standing up behind her, knocking her down, dizzy. I'm knocking her down, right? Dizzy, confused. I'm knocking her down, dizzier than a mother, like that.
Nope.
Oh, well, on the Instagram, YouTube, talking about gas station poppy.
The funny part is that you knew the names of the pills.
I know, because
I'm very worried.
Because my people told me to try it, and when I tried it, I was lightheaded immediately. As soon as I took it, I was lightheaded. I told you my left nostril stuffed up, my eyes were watering, my ears got red, and I was standing up behind her, dizzy. Knocking her down, dizzy, boy.
You was about to get knocked down.
And she said, I was about to get knocked. She said, oh, it was that good, huh? Because I was stumbling and all that afterward. She didn't even know. My blood pressure was low. My blood pressure too low. That's what's going on, baby.
Hey, she's Scar. It's just us, right?
What's up?
Did the ladies tell you to take the pills, or was it your homeboys?
No, they told me to take the pill because it.
No, who was they? We want to know.
My homeboy.
Your homeboy.
They told me to take the pill. It made me make you endure. Because weeping may endure through the night, but joy comes in the morning. And this joy was trying to come that night. That joy wasn't trying to come in the morning. That joy was trying to come that night.
Did you have to go to the hospital for the reaction?
No, I just drank water and I just had to relax myself, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was confused for a good 3-4 hours. Until it wore off. Hey man, knock something downstairs straight up. Blood say knock something downstairs. Thank God I had to walk down those steps. For real. For real. I can't drive. I couldn't,
You would not have been here. I wouldn't even know you.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. Leave them pills alone, my brothers and sisters. Please. Leave them gas stations. Please leave them gas station pills alone, whatever you do. Yes. Well, funny.
Man.
That's funny.
Listen, it's been real. If y'all don't have any more questions, we're going to wrap it up.
If y'all don't have no more questions, we're going to wrap it up today. Sorry for last week. We sorry, but not sorry.
Not sorry at all. I got to spend time with my babies.
Yeah, she got to spend time with her kids, and I was laid up in something, so it was good.
Nobody needed to know that.
I'm just saying, the reason why y'all didn't see me last week on live because I was laid up in something. That's it, straight up.
Alright. We did not need to know that.
Hey, straight up. Yeah, me and AJ.
Nah, don't do that. That's my
She married?
homegirl.
She married?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. No, I ain't talking about her.
Would he date someone that dated his
I
friend? Would you date someone that dated your friend before?
Yeah, I've done that in the past. Yeah, I've been doing that.
You been?
I've been doing that, man. I ain't playing. No, I probably won't. Back then I would, but now I won't.
Back then they didn't know you. Now you.
Nah, back then they didn't want me. Now how they on? Somebody said, "Listen, laid up in somebody's hospital bed." No, I wasn't laid up in nobody's hospital bed last Wednesday. I was laid up in that. Give me that butter love. I was getting that butter love last Wednesday, boy. For real.
We did not need to know
Going over this. I'm just saying. That's why I was y'all. That's why y'all didn't see me on live last week.
He get real comfortable. Y'all know he do church sermons on Sundays, right?
Yeah, man. You know,
he changed the answer when he started.
Like I say, weeping. The scriptures say, "Weeping may endure through the night, but joy comes in the morning."
Yes.
I was trying to come that night.
What is going on with you today?
I'm just kicking sauce.
You in rare form.
I'm kicking sauce, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm kicking sauce. For real.
Listen. Some Tuesdays, this is for the folks, not you.
Yeah, let them know.
Some Tuesdays I will be on with my brother. We came on yesterday together. And blood brother, that's my brother. We like twins, really, because we're stepchildren, right? One after the other. And we were on yesterday, just kicking it on live. So y'all want to check us out? Sometimes we'll be on Tuesdays as well.
So make sure y'all follow her so y'all can check out her Tuesday. What y'all be talking about on Tuesday?
Just spirituality, dreams, things like that.
What kind of dreams y'all be talking about? Like what exactly what? Y'all be interpreting dreams?
So my brother interprets dreams.
So what is he?
And he does it on point. He's just, I would say he's like spiritual. He's not a Christian, Muslim, nothing like that. He's just him.
So can they get on live? Can they get on live and tell him a dream and he right on the point? Right there?
Yep. Yes, okay. Yes. And he did somebody's yesterday and he was on point.
So what about Martin Luther King? If I tell him, what about that dream?
Like a vision that you had?
No, I'm saying the Martin Luther King dream. Can he break that down to me?
No, he does like a dream that you've had. Like you went to sleep, you had a dream, that kind of dream.
Okay, what about a wet dream? Can he tell me where that come from?
He actually could.
I tell you what spirit trying to sleep with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you should check him out. It was pretty dope. We had a really good time yesterday.
Next Tuesday, I definitely. What time is it?
Oh, Cece, you got a podcast? Let me Cece, if you can, I'm gonna follow you. Yeah. I'm gonna follow you.
Cece.
Wait, Cece, look, don't kick her out.
Cece look good.
Yes.
Hey, Cece, you look good. I need you to hit me up my DM, baby.
She's beautiful.
Hey.
I just clicked on a picture. I said, oh.
Yeah, but sometimes them pictures be lying, man. Them small pictures, the small profile pictures.
Nah, I saw it up. Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay. Well, you have a YouTube. Okay.
Hey, Cece, hey, hit me up my DM, Cece. You know what's happening.
No. I mean, listen, I ain't trying to block if that's what you want to do, but you see what you get, though.
It's fine, man. You ain't got to hit me up. It's fine. Whatever.
I mean, listen, she fine, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, Cece fine like that? Cece, you fine like that? Cece, you fine
but,
like that?
Yeah, I'm sure, Cece could set you on a 2-minute brother. The gas station. That's not gas, that's Tylenol. Get it out. Cut it out.
Hey, you don't want a 2-minute brother? I got a trick for you.
Don't do that. These people be stay trying to get you off this line.
This is like this vitamins. These vitamins.
Oh my God.
Dang, Cece, I don't like that. I don't like that, Cece. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, listen, he already told you how he is. It's your decision from here.
It's your decision to hit me up my DM when you see him, man. But I got you. I'm gonna get you right. No, but it's mad love, man. It was fun talking to everybody today. Good to get back with y'all and connecting. And God is good and it's all love. But like I say, I'm gonna holler at y'all and blessings and love from above. Let's get it. Let's get around with it. All right, so I'll holler y'all next Wednesday. We tapped in, and I'll holler at y'all till then. All right, bless. Bless up, bless up, bless up.